Hey, welcome back. Well, the dozens of speakers addressed the party faithful this week at the DNC, but it's what was unsaid that may prove more telling. Joining us now is a man who has coached politicians in the United States and England and is an expert on reading body language. Jeffries. Nice to see you this morning, Mark.
It is a pleasure to be here.
So just at a meta level, overall,
yes.
Did we see some awkwardness this week?
I think it's fair to say we definitely saw some awkwardness. I mean, you have to remember, these politicians, they are coached within an inch of their lives, so they go onto the stage knowing what they're meant to do. But under the pressure, under those bright lights, a lot of things get forgotten, and then the truth really comes out.
Okay, so let's watch Hillary Clinton, all eyes on her during her acceptance speech. Let's take a look, and you'll analyze. Watch.
Yes.
Well, I will be a president for Democrats, Republicans, independents, for the struggling, the striving, the successful, for all those who vote for me and for those who don't, for all Americans together.
What did you see there, Mark?
First of all, I have to say, it was a great speech. It was well written, well crafted. But remember this, put all the politics and the policies to one side. What is this campaign? This is the next 100 days. It's a big sales job because each of these politicians is trying to get us to buy them. So is she buyable? Does she come across as somebody warm, somebody who you would want to go out for a drink with? That's the buyability factor. In that clip, somebody that it looks increasingly angry. When your eyes open wide like this, it looks like you're enraged. Now, she's very passionate, so there's nothing wrong with that. But you have to be warm. You have to show that you are that buyable person. And that way, when it comes to Election Day, people will tick the box for her.
Well, and clearly, Bill Clinton, Barack Obama have that going for them. They
Without
have that ability to connect with people. Here is Bill Clinton and Barack Obama talking about change. We're going to play them side by side here and see if you notice some differences. Watch this.
This woman has never been satisfied with the status quo in anything, and she is still the best darn change maker I have ever known.
Thank you for this incredible journey. Let's keep it going.
What did you see there?
Okay, first of all, I have to say, two amazing speakers. These are great orators, great storytellers. They just have a way of capturing an audience. Obama spent a lot of his speech talking about his own accomplishments, but right at the end, did you hear that? He said, thank you for this great journey. Let's keep it going. In other words, we're on the right track. Let's not change anything. Now we skip to Bill Clinton, and how did he refer to Hillary? As the best darn change maker he's ever known. So which is it? Are we going to stay on track, or is there a change coming? That, to me, was what I would call a conflict in messaging and something that was interesting to observe.
A spectacular senator who used to be a mayor, Vermont's Bernie Sanders. Do all the good you can and serve one another. That's what I'm about. That's what Bernie Sanders is about. That's what Joe and Jill Biden are about. That's what Barack and Michelle Obama are about.
All right, so he's sitting there with his hand over his face.
Yeah.
Is that just Bernie being Bernie, or can we really, deduce something from that?
Here's the thing, and I was fascinated watching Bernie throughout all of the proceedings. He's a very honest person. What he says, he means. And he finds it very hard to hide the feelings and fake it up like many of our other politicians can do. So what did we have there? Well, he knew he was going to be on camera a lot, and he really was showing us that he was not happy with this situation at all. But he couldn't show that misery, so he had to cover his face from time to time. For most of the time, though, it was a completely flat, neutral display of expression. I heard somebody yesterday say it was the human version of the flat-faced emoticon, you know, that you can text to people. Literally nothing. You couldn't tell. Now, he said the day before how happy he was with the way things had gone, but his face told a very different story.
And it was the same face during Hillary Clinton's acceptance
Yes,
speech.
it was.
He had that same expression.
And it was the pursed lips as well. I'd like to say something.
We're going to change that emojicon to BernieCon. Mark, great to see you this morning. Thanks so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
Appreciate it.